Hi everyone and welcome back. We're playing Conan Exiles and we're in our pirate island at the moment, back with Arak, our adventurer. Now Arak has decided to build himself a giant tower and we are going to explore this tower together and see what it means in Conan Exiles to use this type of architecture. Now after completing this build, and just to be clear, this is in creative mode, so it does allow you to, how can I put it? It allows you to be as creative as you like with unlimited resources, so you don't have to spend hours and hours collecting everything you'd need to build such a thing like this. This is a very, very tall building, far too tall for what I think you'd need in Conan Exiles, and far too little space to actually furnish for what Conan Exiles need, but it's still a lot of fun and I'm going to explore that and show you what it could look like if you wanted to build your own tower. So let's leave our island, let's head across now. So we'll put our hammer away, go for a swim across. And this is the tower. I think it looks pretty good. We've got our own perimeter. Close that. And the perimeter is around the land, not the sea, although we do stretch the perimeter out to sea as well. Or out to, should we say, the river. I've had to place some guards on permanent watch here because we get monsters spawning in this area, and we always want a respawn of fresh eggs here. So we leave these four here to do their job. I'm just going to show you the rest of the perimeter before we go into the tower, and it just goes outside here. Now the graphics are set on very high and I'm recording in 4K, so it's possible that there could be some juddering. There was just a little bit before. In general it seems to be okay. So this is like a caravan market. Kind of envision this to be where tradespeople would come to share their wares with the owner of the tower, and not all the people within. Whoever created these mods has just done an absolute fantastic job. And we can also see that that is the other end. Over here is the far end of the perimeter. And these torches, which are along the riverside, they look really nice when it starts to get dark. And there we are. This is the way out of our territory. So we're going to go back in. Now we can see the perimeter. Oh, now we've seen the perimeter, we're going to start exploring the tower itself. I think that's quite a good shot, so I'm going to take a screenshot. So just looking around, we can see that we've got a place where boats can moor up and unload. We have some. We have a cart with barrels. This could be fresh water. Could be wine. We also have some nice fountains here. You can drink from there, as you can see it going down. I've added trees, and also I've put in a long grass here, which I think is quite a nice effect, although as you can see sometimes it doesn't always work out. We have flying grass. Just remove that. There we go. So, into the tower. The entrance. Sorry for that high-pitched noise, that's just screenshot taking. We can come out onto here as well if we're loading up from barrels and bringing them in without having to open here. So we have a drawbridge, and we also have some doors here that also allow us to bring things in if we want to without having to open these gates. And we can bring that up. Like so. Let's go inside. So we're inside now. As you can see, it's quite tight in terms of manoeuvrability down here, and there's a purpose for this. So if we were ever under siege and the main gates were broken into, it'd be, this is almost like a bottleneck for enemies. We've got some views of the water around us. I've put some glass over here, and that's just a pool. Not quite sure of its purpose yet, but I did like the idea of having that as a fishing farm. This is on the other side of the town. You can see we're looking up now. It goes all the way up. And we have a furnace here and some fountains. I'm actually going to zoom right in now so we get a better view. We also have a glass furnace here. This is the view from the back. We're going to start making our way up, so I need to find the stairs. This is a little bit of a rabbit warren. Oh, fell in. Let's come back out of here. Let's find our way up. Now, there is another way up, but I just can't remember where it is. So we're looking out across, and we can see our pirate island across from here. Now, there are two stairs. One is going up into the tower for every level, and there's an internal stair which allows us to go into like a small armory, stationary for almost like a barracks, where we could have a number of guards on patrol. And some refreshments, water. And here we have some bells which will chime at some point throughout this. And these doors here, I kind of see them as like archer windows. And also here as well. And now we've seen the front from the top of drawbridge. Go back in and head up. This is the first level. We have some basic things going on here. We have an armourer's bench. We have a great forge. I haven't fully populated the tower with NPCs or thralls, however we want them to look for this kind of staged tower city. I've created a kind of a great lift here which allows us to bring things up. So let's go down. Have a look at that. We can see this is, we're on the very ground level by the water now. The forge here. That's a smithy's bench. And a smelting furnace. And we're on the outside of the tower now. This is where we were originally. As you can see, this is what it looks like from the outside. Let's go back in. Let's imagine we're just back on our lift and we'll come back in. If we look in here, we can see the bridges that we crossed to go to the front. And that's the front. So we have a lift here which will take us up to this higher level, which is where this big lift will also go. We've walked into another area where things are being made. I appreciate on first go around it could be difficult to follow exactly where we are. So let's poke our head out of the window. We're up here. A lot of work going on up here, making things. We also at every floor we also have this perimeter of the whole tower itself, so you can walk around pretty much every floor. And the more we go up, there's less building going on. There's more, should we say, luxury and general living. So at this level, it's more armory and smithing, and anything of value that's been created gets put into this level, which is kind of like a treasure room. You can see we've added some nice chests, and we've got gold bars and interesting gems. Lots of different types of stronghold boxes, storage, crystal balls. And I think it looks really cool. Let's go back down. And we've basically come up these stairs here. And this other big lift allows us to bring things like resources up, which are obviously useful for all of these people making things, but also to bring goods down that have been made. Let's go and explore the next level. So this is tannery level. Let's just zoom out so we can see where we are. We're on this level here, and we've just been on that level below. Explored those floors where people are working away. There's the ground level, fish, and this is the tannery level. Now every level from this point onwards where we have come up, I'm just going to quickly zoom around, that's the kind of balcony all the way around, doesn't just have stairs to come up. So we've come up some stairs, which is here, but we also have access to lifts. Every floor has a lift which goes up and also down, but it also has a lift which goes to the level below as well. And that's not the same lift, that's an extra lift. So 2 lifts on every level, one for going up, one for going down. We can see here we do things like basically dyeing things. We can have a look at what we can make here. We also have this little floor which allows us to see we've got a saddler's workshop, we have a torturer's workshop, no one there, hopefully we never have to use that, an artisan table, tinker's bench, and it's basically just an extension. And every single floor also has this trapdoor which allows us to look into the floor below. That closed straight away, but hopefully it opens fully. We can see we can go straight in here. And this is the floor that we explored before. So let's go back up. Wasn't quite sure what to do with that. I like the idea of having a central lift, and then I changed my mind So we're going up to the next floor now. This is the artisan level. We have signs on the stairs coming down and also coming up, so we know what level we're on. And in here we just have more artisan tables, such as the Nemedian one, the Turanian one, the general artisan one, Rosian one, etc. And I think I've covered all of them. And these floors do have high ceilings. They all have lots of lighting, and some of them are protected with this like nice lattice walls which come from the stable. Downloadable content which you can pay for. I got that bundled into a single payment when I paid for Conan the game. So we're going to take the stairs again and go up now. So we've looked at the artisan level, and now we're at the cook level, so the kitchens. So let's see if we can go and find our kitchen. So here we are, we're in the kitchen. There's a couple of doors going in and out. We have a preparation table with a recipe book. We have all our trays of food, raw components of dishes that are being made by our cooks. What's that? That's a butter churn. A sack of different things like beans, steak, chicken, potatoes, different vegetables. And that's it for the kitchen. But I guess this is where everything would be made, or most things would be made, to feed everyone in the tower. Let's have a look around the perimeter just to see if I've missed anything. So we have a lift for going up if we want to. A lift for going back down to the level that we've just come from. Have a quick view out. So we can see we're at this height now, which is quite high up. I'm going to go up to the next level. So this is the alchemist level. So every floor kind of has its own responsibility. One of the challenges I had with creating this tower is having enough space and stability at the same time. As you can see, we've got all of these pillars, and it can be quite difficult to get everything into such a small space. I mean, if you look at the size of some of these items, these craft bench items, they're really quite crammed in here. This is an alchemist bench. It's an improved one. Got a table here with other bits and pieces, make it look nice and more characteristic. Fluid press. And that's it. This is the alchemist level. And we're slightly higher up now. People are starting to look very small on the sand below. By the time we get to the top, it might be dark. So we're on the next floor now, and there is something on this floor. This is like the administrator's floor, where we walk in and there's desks. This is where contracts and trading is all sorted out. So we've got things like contracts, we've got money, we've got bullion, bars of gold, silver bars, raw gold, paper. Think of this as Conan Exiles offices of trading for this tower. We even have post-it notes which are held in with mini daggers. And for those that get hot feet, they can put them on a hide rug. So this is the administrator's office. No one in here at the moment. Obviously I could populate that. Have people sitting there. So we're at the next level now. We've come up the stairs and there's no sign here, so I'm not sure what this level is. There's so many levels on this, and this took quite a while to put together, so lose track. So we're just going around having a look, and as you can see we're very high up now, getting to the point where the engine might not render everything because we're at that distance. You can see pirate bases looking like some of the pieces are floating. Sun. I'm not sure this is even a level at all. I think this is just a pass-through level. So we're going to go straight up, and that may be because the level below has such a high ceiling. So where are we now? Let's have a look. What's this one? So this is the these are the baths. So after a hard day's work, you can come in and wait your turn for a bath or join in. Lots of treats here like fruit and cake, and relax in the bath. Towels. All very well ventilated. You don't want to be here during the sandstorm. Go back into fly mode. As you can see, we're higher up again. Every single floor has different types of horticulture and floristry. Try to put plants everywhere and lights. And lights are best placed when it's getting close to being dark or dark. So this level is the prison level. I don't really like having a prison in my base, but I guess when you're running a city, you might need to hold captive those that do harm to your base. So I just put some cages in here. It fills another one of the many floors that we have to fill, so this could be a place for holding people before they're questioned without them running about loose and causing other problems and mischief. So how far are we up now? Quite high. The sun's going down, so let's carry on going up. Otherwise I'm going to have to reset the time of day if it's too dark. I do like the atmosphere of coming up here though, when it starts to get darker. Got torches everywhere and it does give it a nice light. So it's close to the end of the day now. You hear the bells. This is our storage room. It's like a pantry. Got lots of things here like wine and cheese. Also flour, fruit, squash, bread, you name it. It's been brought here, and the kitchen staff will come here and pick this all up and distribute. We do need a floor for this kind of thing, so I thought that's quite nice to put it here. Okay, so let's go up to the next level. Not sure what's on this level, so let's have a look around. Hopefully this just isn't a pass-through. Seems to be a floor in there. Here we are. Ah, so this is like sleeping quarters. So we have beds throughout, and we also have more beds up here. Some people just lying about, mostly exhausted. And this is a place where people who live in this base can sleep and have a nap. That basically represents this floor. So let's go back up. Let's have a quick look over. See, we are very high up now, and it's getting dark. So we're up to the tavern level now. Let's go into the tavern. The tavern actually has a door, so people can't just walk in whenever they want. Take a drink. And take a seat here. And have a look around the tavern. So we have, you know, people relaxing with a nice fire, some barrels, lots of character. We also have a tavern bar which is serving bread and cheese and pastries. To have an abundance of wooden mugs, or flagons, and a drink. So I hope you like the tavern. It gives you an idea of what you can fit into such a small space. Getting really dark now. We might zoom out in a little while. Have a look at what the tower looks like in the night. We're going up to the next level now. We don't have any signage on this level, so you can see inside. So there is something level. Ah, so this is like an armory. It contains shields and lots of weapons. We've got bows, we've got swords, we've got what look to be warhammers, spears, javelins, interesting looking swords. I can hear running water. Maybe that's upstairs. So yeah, if you need to arm yourself, come to this floor. Don't have any weapons handy. There's still some rack space for other items as well. Yeah, I do like the idea of having an armory where we can store all of our made weapons. Not sure I would do it like this again in terms of a tower, because it just doesn't necessarily flow logically with a tower. But it's still fun. So we're on the next level up, and on this level we just have some fountains, which is just a nice feature really. I had so many floors to fill, I had to think of all the different ways of doing it. So this one just has some nice water features. We could put some plants in there. Now the moon changing, so we're going to zoom out and just have a look at what the tower looks like in the night. So we're at this level here. If I look down, it's quite far down as you can see. If I look up, we still have a few floors to go. Now I have a very powerful new PC, and it's not the most powerful, but it is a powerful PC, and it just gives you an example of how even with all of that computing power, a game like this can stutter when you fill it with things like so many different animations of lighting, so many different things to render, whether they're close, whether they're medium, or whether they're far view. So we did have a look at the armory, so we're going to make our way up to the next level now. We have a lift to go down, lift to go up if we want to. Doing stairs in this demo. We also have another lift which goes much further up, which goes into kind of like the personal chambers of our character Arak. We had a look at water features. Lost my way with zooming out. So let's go up to the next level. And that's the view at this level. It's morning, so the sun is rising. Can't really see much, but at a distance it looks amazing. Screenshot. And post that on Steam and share it with the community. So what's on this level? I'm not sure. So we have a kind of prayer room, and this is the Shrine to Mitra, his popular avatar and god within, or deity within, Conan Exiles. It would make sense that every base has some sort of religious type of place within their base. So that's it for this level, and that's how far down the rest of the world is. That's how far up we are. We're going to go up now, the next level. So we're up here now. The architecture's changed slightly, so we have more arches. And on this level it's just drinks and barrels, wood. Nothing really going on this level. It's quite separate from the other levels because it's just a level below the main chambers. But we don't really want this level to be too busy with other people. Let's go up. Now this is the first level that has reinforced heavy bar doors, which is the entrance to our personal chambers. Have a look around. It's kind of like a waiting lounge where we have sofas, some nice units, and that's what that noise was. We have our own personal entertainer and dancer, which, for your info, is essential if you become corrupted in Conan Exiles. It will reduce your corruption by having dancers. When you're in the vicinity of a dancer, you'll notice happy faces will appear and your corruption will negate. And we have other nice things as well, like tables with just, you know, gold and jewels strewn everywhere and lavish cups, etc. And it looks like we really are the owner of this tower. We also have kind of a locked storage room which I haven't filled yet. But it's cozy and it looks lavish. Compliments to whoever created all of these props. These don't come with the standard vanilla rollout of Conan Exiles. They're quite amazing. So we're going up to the next level of the personal quarters, and this is the master bedroom. Master bedroom has a couple of candles, a good view, a few chests, and at this level we can't really see much outside. It's so cloudy. Now I've created this on creative mode, so I don't really know what a normal character would be like at this height. I don't know what the elements would do to a character, so this is purely outside of the rules of Conan Exiles. We have some nice things here. You see some nice candlesticks, we've got ashtrays, we have a place to have a bath. Nice table with extra bits and pieces. We can even play the violin if we want. Nice rugs. And even a telescope to have a look at the view. So let's go up to the next level. So this being the bedroom. What's this room? This room is like a kind of a growing potting room for things like plants, horticulture. We also have a stove if you want to do some cooking up here. Some bonsai trees. We have a nice fire. So considering this is a tower, this would be the equivalent to the garden and shed combined into one. We have some nice pots, some storage, plants, and just generally a nice place to chill and hang out. Let's see, we're outside now. No real view at the moment, very misty. Set of tables to have our breakfast, lunch and dinner with our view. Here we can prepare some plants, as I mentioned before. Now, we want to go further up. So we have a lift. That actually goes down, so we want a lift that goes up. I think that's on the other side. Here we are. So, call our lift. Right, we're on the very top floor now Lost my fly mode, so I'll quickly type that in. So we have things like compost heaps, we have wood, we have an external fireplace, we have lots of fruit trees up on the top here. We have a kind of trellis and nice garden, almost like a druid's grove. We have a place to cook. Like I said, this is like a combined garden, like a terrace really for an apartment block, but it's the equivalent of having a garden. See, we've also got things like this arbor, very decorative for a garden. Got nice telescopes for view. Have a look over here. Can't really see much. View's not that great, but we have a lift for going down as well. So we have two lifts. One here and one on the corner, which we came up on. Funny, even being this far up, we still can hear creatures in the land of Conan Exiles as if they're very close by. We still get to see kind of volcanic mountain range and a few hilltops. Glitch in the map. I don't think really we're supposed to be this high up. That's the view at this height. We have a bread oven, some storage. One of the things that you have to be careful about is placing too many torches. It creates heat, but also sound. And as you can hear, if you've got a good set of headphones on, it can be quite overwhelming. Closest thing we can see from here. If I just zoom out, it'll give us an idea of what the tower looks like at this level. There's a place of eating. If you do like this video and you like these type of builds, please do subscribe and share and like the video. Helps me understand if people want to see more. This is the tower. Would I have a tower again? I don't know. I think maybe a tower with a different purpose. I'm not sure I would use a tower in the way that I have in this, where see all the lifts here. It's just so complex with every floor doing some function that doesn't necessarily have a relationship with the floor below or above. So you might find yourself literally going up and down a lot when you could actually spread out across a flat surface. So that's it in terms of the tour. I think we should probably do skydive into the water. What do you think? Should we jump off? Hopefully no one's scared of heights. If you are, you might want to turn away. I'm going to dive into the water now. I'm going to come off of fly mode. Right, let's go. I think I've missed the water completely. No, I didn't. Here we're at the bottom now. You can see we're all the way up there. Very high tower. Got lots of character. It's a lot of fun to build this kind of thing. I do think, considering the size of the map in Conan, if you're playing single player like I am right now, you can spread out. You don't need to build a tower that is that tall. It would require a huge amount of resources to collect to build this in the game. I'm not even sure it would be possible on your own anyway, or as an individual. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and once again, if you enjoyed it, please press like, share with your friends, and subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Cheers, signing off now.